Welcome to stage 15 of La Vuelta 22. It's time to tackle the Sierra Nevada with a very tough mountain stage in prospect before the final rest day. Primož Roglic managed to put some time into Remco Evenepoel yesterday, and he will be ready to pounce if he senses another opportunity today.
Definitely was a good day for us. The whole team was strong. I had the legs at the end. Hopefully that we finish in the same way as in the leader jersey as they did in the Tour. I mean, we will do our best, and then we'll see what it means.
Evenepoel still has a solid lead of 1 minute and 49 seconds, but this is a serious test of his Grand Tour winning credentials.
It's a special race for sure, with already a hard climb just before the final climb, so I expect a bit of the same like yesterday, a hard pace on the climb out of Granada, and then it's all about surviving till the top. But a new day, hopefully fresh legs, so looking forward for today.
5 years ago, Miguel Angel Lopez finished second on La Pandera before winning on Hoya de la Mora, today's final climb. The Colombian would love to repeat the trick in 2022.
La subida de hoy la conocemos, nos motiva, pasa de los 2000 metros y esperemos tener buenas sensaciones al final.
Stage 15 is a short but intense mountain stage of 153 kilometres with 2 big climbs in the final. After hiking up the Alto del Purche, the riders will face Hoya de la Mora, a climb of over 22 kilometres at almost 8%. The altitude will also be a big factor as they head to above 2,500 metres. The fight for the breakaway began as soon as the flag had dropped, with Luis Angel Mate kicking things off. He was joined by Roglic's teammates Rohan Dennis, as well as Hugh Carthy, Vincenzo Nibali, Wojtek Repa and Carl Fredrik Hagen. But plenty of other teams were also interested in getting up the road, which made for a fast and nervous start.
Oh, there's a massive crash in the peloton and hitting the deck. Wilco Kelderman is down. This is not good news for Bora Hansgrohe.
Wilco Kelderman looking a little banged up after that crash. Not a great start for the Dutchman, who began the day 8th on GC. The peloton still strung out at high speed with lots of counter-attacks. Only Nibali, Dennis and Carthy were still going at the front as they approached the day's first climb. But they had a group of 25 chasers on their tail, containing some serious contenders for the stage victory. Jay Vine was there in the polka dot jersey along with Richard Carapaz, 4 stage wins between them this year. There were also a couple of riders hoping to move up on GC, like Giro winner Jai Hindley and Timon Arensman. In fact, 7 of the riders up front were in the top 20 overall. Stage winners Mads Pedersen, Mark Soler and Louis Mainkeys were also in there, while the top GC teams had placed satellite riders up front. Vine picking up 3 points at the first summit. Meanwhile, back in the peloton, the indefatigable Remy Cavagna was setting the pace for Quick-Step Alpha Vinyl, the gap just creeping out to over 5 minutes. The 28 leaders were working well together, but one man decided to anticipate rather than wait for the last 2 climbs. Lawson Craddock going solo for Bike Exchange, and the American time trial champion soon had around a minute on the rest of the breakaway. Quick-Step had found some allies in the peloton, with AG2R Citroën also pacing. The French squad protecting Ben O'Connor's 10th place overall and perhaps preparing something for the final. The leading riders making their way out of Granada, with the Sierra Nevada looming. At the foot of the Alto del Purche, Craddock had 1 minute and 30 seconds over the chasers, while the peloton was still at 5 minutes. Nance Peters then attacked for AG2R in the steep early section, looking to thin out the main bunch on behalf of O'Connor. Evenepoel soon found himself isolated as Ilan van Wilde cracked, though he did still have Fausto Masnada and Luis Fafaka in the breakaway. Jay Vine was still on the hunt for mountains points at the front. The Australian caught Craddock just before the summit of the second climb, increasing his lead to 23 points over Carapaz. Movistar looking to position Enric Mas before heading into a tricky descent.
Whoa, 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 whoa! To Berry. How did he hold that?
Craddock and Vine were caught by their fellow escapees before hitting Hoya de la Mora. Marc Soler then kicked on, opening a small gap on a group of around 10 chasers. Sam Oomen and Rohan Dennis had dropped back from the breakaway to join up with Jumbo-Visma, who had decided to turn up the heat. Their move shattered the peloton, but Evenepoel was able to match Roglic and his men. With Soler increasing his lead at the front, the group of favourites began to hoover up riders from the breakaway. Evenepoel linking up with his teammate Fafaka, the red jersey in a group now with Mas, Roglic, O'Connor and Lopez. And the Colombian Superman made his move with around 10k to go, and he would soon be followed by Enric Mas. Lopez also finding a teammate to help him out in David de la Cruz. With 7k to go, Arensman caught and dropped Soler at the front. Roglic apparently didn't have enough in the tank to attack Evenepoel. The Slovenian finally went for it in the last few kilometres, but he wasn't able to put much time into the Belgian as Arensman prepared to celebrate the biggest win of his career.
Thymen Arensman of Team DSM is going to win his first ever Grand Tour stage at 22 years of age. 6.7 kilometres of solo racing on the highest point of La Vuelta at 2,512 metres. Take a bow, Thymen Arensman. First ever Grand Tour stage. He takes it at Sierra Nevada.
Yeah! Oh, thanks, Mauro. Grazie.
Thymen Arensman's breakout season continues. After taking his first pro win at the Tour of Poland exactly a month ago, he now has a maiden Grand Tour victory. He came close at this year's Giro, finishing second on a mountain stage and in the final time trial. The 22-year-old is set to join the Ineos Grenadiers next year, and he's definitely one to keep an eye on.
I can't believe it, like the Queen stage on the Vuelta. Sierra Nevada on altitude, everybody was talking about the stage. Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't feel super good on the stage, but like apparently the others felt their legs even more. Marc Soler is such a great rider, and I don't know if I can take him on. But then I accelerated on the steeper part and he cracked, and then I was like, okay, everybody is really on the limit and I maybe have something left, so yeah, unbelievable.
Arensman conquering Sierra Nevada ahead of Mas, Lopez and the impressive Jay Vine. With bonuses, Roglic lost around 25 seconds to Mas and only gained 15 seconds on Evenepoel. The Belgian really showing his tenacity on that final climb. He will head into week 3 with a lead of 1 minute and 34 seconds. Arensman jumps up 3 places to 8th. Mads Pedersen continues to honour the green jersey, picking up more points today in the breakaway. He now leads Fred Wright by 173. An excellent day for Vine, who took points on all 3 climbs. He is now 29 clear of Carapaz, with only a handful of mountain stages remaining. Evenepoel leads Ayuso by almost 5 minutes in the youth classification. Rodriguez is just 27 seconds behind his fellow Spaniards. Well, the riders will enjoy their 3rd and final rest day of this Vuelta on Monday. 15 stages down, only 6 to go, but there could still be a few twists and turns between now and Madrid.